I'm probably late to the party in this one, but I wanted to make a comment, I suppose, about the Keir Starmer idea of banning smoking outside pubs and clubs. And I think small parks is possibly going to be into it. To try and save people. 80,000 people, he says, are dying from smoking-related diseases, and it's a huge strain on the NHS, something like that. And so they're proposing that this would be the thing. They've already got this thing with the cigarettes that if you're 14 or ever, you could never buy a cigarette. That choice has now been taken from you. And as you grow older and older, you won't be able to buy any cigarettes or try it, not legally, and they'll come down at you with like a sack of potatoes and, you know, beat you up in the street or whatever it is these days that they think that they can get away with. And I think we'll see, of course, there'll be that mission creep that once they've managed to get it outside of the pubs and in the small parks, it'll be all recreation grounds, all anywhere. It'll be the street, it'll be your back garden, it'll be inside your car, it'll be anywhere, it'll be everywhere. You are not allowed to smoke. And I think there's a big reason for this. I don't think the government give one iota about your health. One iota. After all, let's face it, they're spraying the skies with heavy metals. They're putting fluoride into the water and various other nasties. They're radiating us with their 5G towers. They're pushing us into these 15-minute cities with mean little houses. I don't think that they actually have our health in any way uppermost in their minds. And this just seems to be one extra thing that they want to be able to push over us, take another little luxury that some people, not all people, I'm not saying that people should go and start smoking or anything, but some people get some remote pleasure from it. And if that's something that you get, then why should anybody take away the choice? That's what I would like to ask. And on that note, as you know, I've started smoking a pipe. And I find it very relaxing. I find it most enjoyable. Now, I don't inhale the smoke by any means, but I find that the quality of tobacco is far superior to things like cigarettes. I've never actually smoked cigarettes, so I don't really know what they're like. I know that cigarettes have got something in them to make them addictive, not the tobacco, by the way. And we now discover that nicotine is actually very beneficial for you. We have nicotine receptors in our body. And I think bell peppers and celery, I believe, and even potatoes, I think, have nicotine in them. But the quickest and most effective way, it seems, apart from perhaps some pills, is to smoke something where the nicotine is being absorbed by either the lungs or indeed the gums and gets into the bloodstream. And there may be another reason why the government do not want you to start smoking or to continue smoking, is because it disrupts something that the government has recently pretty much mandated everybody to have. Let me just light my pipe for a moment. Purely to disappear in a fog of my own nonsense. Yes. Apparently, and I mean, I've mentioned this before, and I'm sure you're very well aware of it, that the nicotine is... it sort of disrupts something that was suggested that we had pushed into our bodies at great expense. Everywhere you could see, the whole world were being recommended this particular medical intervention. And I remember, was it not Dr. Fauci who doctored most people by saying at the beginning of the virus thing in 2020, now's a good time to give up smoking. I wonder why he wanted particularly to advise people to stop that. Maybe there was a reason. Again, these people, they lie to you. So you've got to take the opposite, the 180-degree thought process on what they're saying. That actually it may well be beneficial. Now, as I say, I'm not encouraging anybody to start up something that they're not already doing. That's entirely up to you. But if you were, I would certainly say a pipe is very nice because you're not taking it straight down. The quality of the tobacco is far, far superior, as I've mentioned before. It's very thoughtful, it's very meditative, it slows you down, it makes you stop and think. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And interesting, look at this, you know, I'm not trying to sell this now, but look at this very attractive tin with the lack of messages on it. Ah, no, that doesn't actually happen when you buy anything. You'll get all these subliminal messages from the government telling you how awful what you're about to do is, and they're in big stark letters. Now, I deliberately cover them up. I think I may have mentioned this in a video before. I deliberately cover them all up because I think that is a very dodgy message in and of itself. It's instructing your subconscious mind about the product that you're taking that, in my opinion, isn't as harmful as they're making out, and actually has some benefits to it, and they're doing the reverse. And why would they go to that extreme? It seems to me, to everywhere you would look on it would be having these subliminal messages telling or giving your subconscious mind instructions to destruct your body. So I deliberately cover up those messages immediately so I don't see them, the subconscious mind doesn't see them. And I see, I mean, these are just flowers from a Christmas card, which I stick over the top, and then I get rid of the other labels, so that they can't influence me when I'm enjoying something which I find very useful for thinking, for common sense, for critical thinking, for studying, for reading, for those quiet moments to take myself away from the mainstream media and the nonsense that's being pushed out left, right and centre, so that I can make my own mind up. I can make my own choice about what I want to do in my life and not have the nanny state try and yet again take away the responsibility for my life and my choice and my way of doing things and my freedom. Thank you very much. And if I wish to do this, and I believe that it's actually beneficial to me, then I can't see it's any business of theirs whatsoever. They can bog out of it. They can leave me alone. They can keep to their own little stupid rules and regulations, which are just there for them, the UK corporation employees. Thanks very much. I'm not part of that nonsense. As a free-thinking man, I do my own stuff. Thanks very much. And I am assuming that you, the lovely audience watching this, are also free-thinking men and women who reject the nonsense that's being pushed down at you by these idiots that think that they have all the power in the world. I think their days are numbered, and we're going to see a reversal of all of that relatively soon. But it may get a little bit bumpy before then, as we start to correct the error that has happened. Anyway, if you are one of those people who imbibe, happy imbibing, enjoy it, and have a nice life. Thank you for watching.